Hi everybody, so one of the biggest movie releases that has been out this week, and I think everyone is talking about, is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman for me is one of them comics that I've always really been intrigued by, and not just because I'm a woman and she's a woman. It's nothing like that. So we thought we thought we would do a review and sort of tell you about the film. So I went to see the film and I thought I would give you my opinion. So I wrote it all down on like a little note form because I'm so forgetful. I genuinely will forget like everything, and I'll start talking about something that I remember and then just end up talking about cats because I'll get confused. So let's go. So yeah, I went to see Wonder Woman. I was really excited to go because obviously it is one of the big Marvel releases. I'm a massive Marvel addict. I love Marvel films, but I was a bit nervous and I didn't want to get my hopes up because I didn't want to go there and be like, yeah, this film's going to be great, and then be completely let down, because that's kind of what, especially with it being a DC film, I'm not a big fan of the DC films. Every DC film that I've seen, apart from The Dark Knight Rises, I think that's probably the best one, kind of has just like sort of let me down. So I didn't want to like go up there with all hearts blazing, really excited, and then it'd be really bad. But I was actually pleasantly surprised. They have done a really good job of the film. The film itself is directed by Patty Jenkins, who I've not heard of. I think she's a new director, and it featured Chris Pine, who, Chris Pine is my bae. I love Chris Pine so much, so I was excited anyway because Chris Pine was in it, and Gal Gadot, who played Wonder Woman, or Diana Prince herself. Now when Patty Jenkins announced that they had her playing Wonder Woman, I was really confused because there are so many like Marvel actresses out there, or actresses in general, that could play Wonder Woman, and I didn't really understand why they picked Gal. Because there's so many other people out there that could have done sort of a good, if not better, job. But again, I was surprised. She played the part really well. She brought pure emotion and power into the film, which is what the character needed. As you sort of watch the film and sort of understand, you'll know that the film is not just about guns and swords and killing people. It's nothing to do with that. There is a lot of sort of pure emotion and actually trying to understand the character themselves and understanding what is going on. So Chris Pine, who plays Steve Trevor, is pretty much the best actor ever. I love Chris Pine anyway, but he's one of them characters, like, he played it so well. I can't think of anyone that would have taken that role on any different. He played it amazingly, and the chemistry that he gives between both Diana Prince and Steve Trevor is amazing, and you just really feel connected, and it makes you want them to sort of realise, and to make them sort of, makes you sort of see their sort of relationship grow. Throughout the film, they're learning from each other. So you'll notice this in the film, there's sort of two fish out of water stories for each character. So Steve Trevor has one, and so does Diana Prince. Steve Trevor is learning more about Diana Prince's life and understanding like what she's come from, whereas Diana Prince's is a lot more sort of deep and dark, and the way that they've done it is amazing. So basically, Diana has come from a world of Amazonia where there's all women, and she's been very muchly brought up to be treated kind of as a kid, and she's never, you know, they got told to stay away from humankind, to get told to stay away from men. So when they announced the film, I thought it was just going to be a woman with a sword running around going, we hate men, kill men, but they are completely different. They've done it in a way so that Diana Prince sort of goes into the real world. It's World War I as well, and she sees how sort of mankind is and how mankind fight and whatnot, and it really sort of brings it home for you. And what else have I put here? And she's, yeah, she's most importantly learning about herself and learning that not all men are horrible. And the film in no shape or form was it like, men, we hate men, kill men. It was nothing like that, which I was really happy about, because I didn't want to watch like sort of another Ghostbusters film and sort of feel like, why are they saying that men aren't good? So there are times in the film where both sort of Trevor and Diane kind of slow things down, and that's the most important parts of the film, if you ask me, because it shows that they've all got emotions. And my favourite scene that's like really sort of loving and sort of opens it up is when Steve teaches Diana how to dance. It's just so cute, and it just really does open the film up. So the film itself had just the right amount of fight scenes. The action scenes were so epic, like they were amazing, and there was a lot of slow motion in it, which really added to it, but at the same time they didn't overdo it with the CGI, apart from the finale. Now the finale itself, of the film was heavily CGI'd, like heavily CGI'd. And some people might say it's a turn off. It was very much done like the film with Doomsday, and some people might say that's a turn off. For me, it wasn't. I really enjoyed it because I thought they'd done it much better, but at the same time they sort of had to with it being Wonder Woman. What else have I put? The film itself is long. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes, which when I googled it to make sure, it's sort of an average film for the DC films. To me, that's too long. I personally find myself getting bored, not like at the film, I find myself losing concentration, but with Wonder Woman I didn't. I was like drawn in all the time because of the way that they'd done it. They split it sort of into two halves, so one half you were learning about Diana and the second half you was watching her like chop someone's head off. So I just really enjoyed it. And I think it needs to be long. It's one of them films that has to be long to show her development throughout. The film has a wide range of comedy, love scenes, war, and it's really well balanced. Not at one point did I not feel like they'd put a scene in and I was like, why have they done that? Why have they put this line in that's not funny? And again, it shows that she's a normal person behind being a superhero. And comedy is my favourite part of the film because they used it so well. They sort of did it where they often poked fun of her origin, a lot like they did in the Thor film. And I thought that was amazing. I loved it when they did that. And one of the scenes that did it for me that really had me like in stitches and I really enjoyed was when Diana Prince got changed in her World War I gear, and she's going through one of them revolving doors and she's got a sword and a shield in her hand and she's trying to get through and she just doesn't understand how they work, because I just thought it was so funny because, you know, I'm no superhero and I still struggle with going through revolving doors. So it's just that sort of interaction which I really liked. Let's have a look. The film and the music again is really well suited. It follows the movie throughout, and the fight scene, it really leads up to the building, but equally I was really scared that they were going to just put the Wonder Woman tune all the way through the film, and you at the end of the film you'd be like, if I hear that Wonder Woman song one more time I'm going to flip. But they didn't. They did it heavily well, and they didn't throw it in there when it wasn't needed. So well done for that. You didn't overdo the Wonder Woman tune. The fact that Wonder Woman is shown as quite naive throughout the whole of the film and she's learning, I think really suits it, because it shows that she's not one of these Mary Sue characters. A Mary Sue character, if you don't know what it is that she's perfect and that she was born a superhero, so therefore she's amazing. That was not shown in that video. Honestly, throughout that video, that film, you know, she was shown as this woman who was learning and she was wanting to help mankind, and she didn't care if it was a man or a woman or a child. She just wanted to do her best and she wanted to learn the fighting skills that she had. The biggest downfall with the film, which I think kind of is in most DC Marvel films, is villains. I don't know, maybe it's just because they spend so much time working with sort of the actors to do the main channel characters that they sort of forget about the villains. I'm not sure, but yeah, is the villains. In Wonder Woman there's 2 or 3 villains in the film, and to me they're just so poorly developed. In Wonder Woman you have this whole massive story of like all about her and her bringing up, and the villains just weren't developed enough. I just felt they needed that extra, you know, 10-15 minutes to just develop themselves, which they didn't get, so to me that was a downfall. So all in all, the film is everything which you would expect from a Wonder Woman film and probably more. It is so good. Like, I was one of them people that was really like, oh, I'm going to go but I'm probably not going to enjoy it, or it's just going to be about a woman running around with a sword, sort of like killing men. But it was nothing to do with that. It was so empowering, and it really made me feel that, like, even though I'm a woman, I can go out and do something and I want to do help with the world, which is what I think the world needs, and I think is the reason why they've done that with the film. One of the main things that I've been seeing like trending on Twitter, which I wasn't going to mention but I think I am going to, is that a lot of people have been complaining about the Wonder Woman character, about Gal Gadot, because she has like no hairy legs and no hairy arms, and in the Amazonian that's what she would wear, and therefore it's unrealistic. That has nothing to do with the film. The fact that she hasn't got hair under her arms does not make her a better or a worse character. I'm just going to put that out there. That doesn't matter. But yeah, all in all, amazing film. Really good. Probably one of the great DC films. I'm not going to say the best, because The Dark Knight Rises will always be the best. You know, every film has its issues. Wonder Woman had a bit, but it wasn't too bad. And I just think the villains need work on. And there was a bit of pacing issue that I noticed as well at the start, but that's not all. But DC have made a colourful film. If you want to watch a colourful superhero film, go and watch Wonder Woman. Overall, that's my review. I really, really liked it. I recommend that everybody goes and sees it. I am sporting Wonder Woman, which I'm going to link in the description below so you guys can go and check it out, because I love Wonder Woman and I feel like a Wonder Woman, and when I wear this top I feel like a superhero. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked my movie review, and comment down any movies or anything that you want me to review, because I do like reviewing because I get to watch films. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Press the little bell thing so that I know that you are keeping up to date with all my videos, and I'll see you guys soon.